This is insane and it needs to stop right now. This discourse that has been brought upon Juan Soto these past couple days has even brought Aaron Judge to make a couple of comments. And Jeff McNeill is going to be playing in center field today. So we're going to get discussing on what's going on in Mets world and what caused this Juan Soto hate explosion to come upon social media. What is going on, everybody? Welcome on into this brand new edition of Mets Digest with your host, Michael DeAngelo. As you see on the screen, before I get started, we are at a little under 4,000 subscribers. I gotta ask that you guys please hit that subscribe button down below. As soon as we hit 4,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a big giveaway for you guys on my Twitter. I will drop my Twitter as soon as we hit 4,000 subscribers so I can give away some cool Mets memorabilia to you guys. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell whoever that this is their one-stop shop for everything New York Mets baseball. Everything, discussions, debates, free agency rumors, trade rumors, reports, all of that brought to you right here in one spot. Me and Michael Duda are going to be on top of everything so far here this season. So let's get started. So these last couple of days have been a rough one. The Mets dropped the series to the Minnesota Twins, 2 out of the 3. And Juan Soto had to made some comments to Mike Puma of the New York Post regarding how he's been getting pitched differently so far this season compared to last season. And when what Mike Puma had, what Juan Soto had to say is that it's definitely different, and that he had the best hitter in baseball hitting behind him last year, talking about Aaron Judge. And I was getting more attacked and more pitches in the strike zone, less intentional walks and things like that. I was definitely pitched differently last year. Now, people have gone online and have then discussed that this is putting up excuses for his poor start to the season, and that he's throwing out excuses for the poor play or the non-red hot start that he's had, which is just absolutely ridiculous to think of. I mean, it has been 17 games out of 162. Okay, remember, guys, I don't know if you guys are baseball fans or not, but there's got to be 162 games played this season. And there's already explosions all over Twitter on Mets, from Mets fans, from people on the radio, Sal Lacuda or whatever you want to say from the W Fan, absolutely going on an explosion on his dumb radio show, saying how how he has been just this and that and just losing his mind over this play is god awfully ridiculous. I mean, guys, come on. We are 17 games into the season. He's hit 2 home runs already. It's not like he's like batting. He's not like putting up Brett Beatty numbers right now. And you guys are really going to sit here and complain when the Mets have a winning record. They're top 2 in the division. And he's hitting behind the, pretty much on paper, the second best hitter in baseball right now. I mean, if you're going to complain about, how he walks too much or how he's not swinging the bat too much, you guys have to realize Juan Soto's number one weapon, I guess, or his number one attribute when it comes to him at the plate is his plate discipline. He is not going to swing at bad pitches. So when he is not getting good pitches, he's not going to swing at them, and he's going to take his walks. Especially since Grimace is telling you to subscribe, by the way. Especially since you have that hitting behind you. You have that. I know the numbers are a little small, but they're not small numbers. They're huge numbers. You have this hitting behind you. So why are you going to swing at bad pitches and, try your best to get your average up so that you can, satisfy your fan base or whatever, when you can just take a walk, get guaranteed on first base, and have a runner on for somebody like this who is batting .365. He's almost hitting .400, and he has 5 home runs on the year at a .1200 OPS. Yes, that is Mr. Pete Alonso, as you can see. And it is then worked out. Almost every home run that Alonso has hit so far this season has had runners on base. Why? Because Juan Soto's not swinging at dumbass pitches so that he can get on base for a guy like this who is white hot so that he can opt out of this contract and get a long-term deal after this year. The Mets are playing smart baseball right now, and no one wants to admit it because everyone just wants to complain because that's the number one thing New York fans know how to do. And it's pissing me off, as you guys can tell. Look, stop listening to the fan, okay? These guys are just screaming into their microphones on the radio so that they can get, viewers and that they can get ratings. It is not true. It is not true baseball fandom. These guys are logical baseball fans. They just come out and say all these things so that they can get their ratings and just cause rage bait, especially on Twitter too. Frank Fleming and whoever the hell you else want to follow on Twitter is just putting out all of these complaints and all of these bad discourses because they just have nothing to complain about. They just want to hate on this guy and this is coming from me, who used to be a huge Juan Soto hater. I used to say that he did not used to swing the bat enough. He didn't do this enough. He's a bad fielder, whatever. Now when you have a lineup like this coming into play, I don't care if he's not swinging the bat. I just care if he's getting on base. You have Pete Alonso and Mark Vientos behind you who were just raking up RBIs between last year. Even with Alonso having a down year last year, he was still a above average RBI producer. And the fact that he's putting up these numbers right now so far in the first 17, 18 games of the year, why would you swing yourself into outs when you can get on base for a guy like this who now is just, like I said before, white hot? And for all you bozos that are complaining about this poor guy, Aaron Judge had to chime in on MLB the other day, and he said that he's probably got one of the best hitters in the game behind him right now with what Alonso is doing. Oh wow, how coincidental. It's been fun to watch. He's hitting 345. Now he's hitting 365 and driving the ball all over the field. Driving guys in, so they're going to be just fine. I've seen Soto now watching the league for so many years, and he's getting a chance to see him up close. He can look at what I did last April, for example, and he's just going to keep being himself. He's going to be just fine. What Aaron Judge is talking about is during that April of last season, he struggled mightily. Like he was not doing great. Like he was not hitting great, and he was not playing great defense either. He was on his way to having a down year. And then what happened? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe he played like 60 more games of baseball or 80 more games of baseball, and now all of a sudden he's competing with his own teammate Juan Soto for an MVP award. Who would have ever thought, right? Guys, let the season play out. There is nothing, not one thing to worry about. If you are actually losing your breath over this and causing your blood pressure to go up over this, I'm sorry. Just hop off the train now. There's 29 other MLB teams that you can root for. I don't know what else to tell you. We have such a long season ahead of us. Guys are going to be hot and cold all year long. Pete Alonso's probably going to go cold throughout after the All-Star break. Juan Soto's probably going to heat up right before the All-Star break. Jeff McNeill is probably going to, come back and play and hit like absolute ass. Like it's a long season. Guys are going to get hot and cold. We see Mark Vientos still not doing the best. He's going to end up heating up after the All-Star break. Like it's just that is how baseball works. And the fact that people cannot comprehend this season after season irks me to the atmosphere. Like I don't know what else to say. We're going to move on here. I've been going on this for about 9 minutes now. So we're going to move on to our next bit of news, and that is that Jeff McNeill is going to be playing center field today. Actually, this was put out yesterday. Today for the Single A St. Lucie Mets. And it's possible that he could get reps up in the major leagues once he's healthy and returns to the club. Now, this is very interesting that, coming back from an injury that they are willing to throw him out in center field where that's a lot of running around and a lot of miles being ran around here. Of course, he's probably only going to play like a few innings. So, I'm not really worried about that. But for the fact that this man has been playing center field when mostly his entire career he's been in second base or one of the corner outfield positions is very interesting, especially since if we're really looking to start Acuna at second base full time and put Jeff McNeill in the corner, one of the corner outfielders, why not just move Brandon Nimmo back over to center field? But I understand Nimmo has sustained a lot of injuries in his career and they need to preserve him as well. So this is another option or another route that they can take. And Carlos Mendoza obviously made a comment about it. And I don't know why that was working. Sorry for the pause. Look, he said there's a reason why we're doing it. He's done it before, but we've also got Acuna. We've got Tyrone Taylor, and we just felt like since he's down there, why not use this time or opportunity to get some exposure? So, look, he's played quite a few games in college in center field. He's played 3 games total in center field in the major leagues. So it's not like this is a territory that he's never seen before. But I mean, I don't think anyone should take this too seriously. This could be sort of a part-time thing where maybe we see him in center field for, like up until the 6th or 7th inning. And then once pinch hitters are coming in, then things get shifted, defensive schemes get shifted around. I still think Luis Angel Acuna should take over center field. Like I harp on always, he's played 31 games in center field in AAA, so he knows the position, and I'm sure they're just not confident in him enough just yet to really take that big of a job over just yet, because he's already looked so good at second base right now, and he's starting to come around with the bat as well, so you don't really want to mess that up, especially with a young prospect. But Jeff McNeill is going to be playing center field today for the Point St. Lucie Mets. I don't know what future plan. I don't know if they're going to move him up to Double A after. We have no idea. Francisco Alvarez played a game in Single A and then was moved up to Double A, so I got to see him play the other day. He looks great. Plate discipline looking great right now, but it's only Double A, so let's not overreact to any of that type of stuff. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about Jeff McNeill playing center field. Could it be something that could turn his career around about having a down year last year? Let me know. And that is all I have for you guys here today on Mets Digest. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this Soto discourse. I mean, look, it's like I said, 17 games. Everyone take a chill pill. He's going to go through so many ups and downs just like every other player on this roster. And that's all I really have to say to you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.